Whoa, what's going on, everybody? Jackson Hayes with this little dunk right here. Let's see. All right, let's catch up on the night. So Tyrese Maxey warming up right here. Nice little camera action. I imagine he's wearing some type of glasses with the camera on it. Norman Powell, good to see him making the All-Star team. So the lineup here: D-Book, Nipple, having a great rookie year. Dame Lillard, crazy to see him out here. Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell. Oh, I forgot to jump in the chat. My bad. All right, so we got Dame Lillard, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray. Good to see him making the team. We got Bobby Portis, Norman Powell. So I guess Bobby Portis kind of like a sleeper here. Let's look at Dame. Dame time. Spoiler alert, for anybody who doesn't know, Dame did end up winning this. So anybody who has Peacock, let me see if I can throw this on Peacock, can be able to watch this. So you got Nipple right here. I hope. Let me get to the dunk contest though. I'll review this later. So Carter Bryant advanced to the finals. So it's Carter Bryant and Keyshawn Johnson. A lot of people might not know them. Carter Bryant for the San Antonio Spurs. We got Keyshawn, who's a good athlete himself. Jump in it, and maybe they will at some point. Jump in it, and maybe they will at some point. Maybe like a Zion, a John Morant. Let's look at this one by Carter Bryant. A little windmill there. Yeah. We have a little tap action with Jackson Hayes. It's a little tougher when you're big like that. Jackson Hayes is a uber athlete, though. Very one of the better one of the better athletes in the league, one of the better bigs. I always like Shaka Smart's ability to, recruit really athletic big men, right? So, um, kind of interesting with Jace Richardson in this dunk contest. If anybody doesn't know, his father is Jason Richardson, who was an NBA dunk contest champion, one of the better dunkers, one of the better scorers for his time, underrated scorer. I always felt like he was a all-star level player. Never quite made the all-star team, but was really good with the Golden State Warriors. And right now we have Keishad and Carter Bryant in the finals. And maybe this will be a good chance for people who don't really know them well to get a little more familiar. This is probably one of those dunks that probably looks a little better in slow motion when you see this. Yeah, you feel like it was rigged for Carter Bryant. You feel like he was. You feel like it was. He shouldn't have advanced to the finals. You feel like his dunks got a little too high scores. Keishad, this one was pretty good. This dunk over looks like E40 right there. Keishad playing for Miami. I feel like that's a perfect fit for a guy like Keishad. Super athletic, plays hard, plays defense. He fits in with Pat Riley's style. And, you know, University of Arizona guy who's going to go out and defend, right? So here looking at some of these judges. Yeah, maybe yeah. Obviously Carter Bryant being the hometown kid has more of the advantage with the crowd and everything. But Gramadia effect playing the Gramadia effect news with Zachary K. Hubbard. He will tell you who's in charge. He kind of breaks down some of like the that was a pretty good dunk right there. Yeah, he breaks down some of these conspiracies and things like that. Yeah, that was a pretty good dunk. That's going to be tough to beat, but it's possible. Oh, Brent Barry gave him a 49. Yeah, that was a good dunk though. And then you have Vince Carter saying that Carter Bryant just has to make sure he makes the dunk. As long as he has something pretty decent. I mean, yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, pretty good dunk. Dramatia is the practice of Jaco. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I listen. I respect everybody's belief system. You got Corey Maggette, you got Brent Barry, you have Dwight Howard. Yeah, a lot of people were impressed the fact that he got it on the first try. Um, People think he's probably gonna go for the windmill on Larry Johnson, the ex football player, played the Kansas Chiefs. Even said sports are rigged, try to kill. Oh yeah, no. That's a fair point. I also do think it's possible that Larry Johnson struggled from some brain injuries, traumatic brain injuries. Also, um, I do think that's a possibility there. Uh, so we'll see what Carter Bryant could come up with here. I think that 47 is definitely beatable. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, I mean, man, I'm a Jesus Christ man, so that I'm not a hater, but that mysticism or any of those kind of things, it's not necessarily things that I'm into personally, but I respect everybody's different opinions though. Okay, so he's Oh, he missed again. He missed again. So I think he's gonna lose. I think Keshad's gonna get this dunk contest. He looks a little disappointed there. But yeah, no, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Athletic actors. No, it's a fair point. I think there's definitely people that would agree with that. Carter Bryant couldn't complete that particular dunk, but he tried. Yeah, Keisha got it. All right, I'll go through some of the Knicks. When the shooting stars here, you had Jalen Brunson. The next second round scorer. They brought out Allen Houston here. Anybody who remembers the old school Knicks from the early 2000s remembers Allen Houston, Jalen Brunson, and Cat, which are the 2026 All Stars. Hey, take care, take care, take care. Have a good one, Christopher. God bless. God bless, buddy. Amen, amen, Keisha. You had Conca You had who's this? Corey Maggette. Shout out to Corey Maggette, man. That guy stays in shape. Uh, that's Jalen Johnson, who's an All Star this year. I think Conca has a shot in the future. So yeah, good job by them. All right, let's look at this Dame Lillard. Yeah, both of those guys. I think they're both California kids, so that was kind of interesting that they were able to do it for their home state there. Um, yo, J Pop, what up, man? It's Dame time, yeah. That's crazy. That he came out of here. Look at how long range he's shooting from with an Achilles injury to be able to be shooting these three balls like this. Shout out to Dame. Yeah, man. Yoda, what up, man? But yeah, that dude is a sick man. Hasn't played all season. Comes out here, wins a 3-point contest. What did you? Yeah, that dunk contest was like, yeah, that was not. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I don't really know what to say about that because, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. They tried, but I honestly didn't have really super high expectations for this dunk contest. If I'm be honest with you, and it was they tried. They tried. I mean, yeah, I didn't really have the craziest expectations. Yoda, how you feeling, man? Yeah, I mean they tried. These young kids. I feel like even if the dunks are not great, if you could have had like some bigger names that people wanted to see, like if you could get, even like a guy like John Morant. Like I don't I, like a lot of the things but I think part of the challenge with the dunk contest is that people have seen so many good dunks online. One and two, um, a lot of these guys are athletic and they're good dunkers, but they don't have tricks. So I feel like, if you get these guys in a dunk contest, they might not be able to pull off many tricks, but at least if they have like a big name, it'll make it interesting for people. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, Jackson. Yeah, Jackson Hayes he's super athletic. He's super athletic. I always think it's tougher when you're a big man though. But yeah, nah, he probably. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, that one leg between the legs. I think he like tapped his head or something, right? Didn't he? Let me see if I could find it. Like he tapped his head or something. This one, right? Or he tapped the ball or something. Like I get it. Or he tapped the ball. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know, um, what'd you think of the shooting, the team one, the shooting stars, or the one where the Knicks and Concanipple and all those dudes. Jackson Hayes. What was Carter? What was Carter Bryant doing having a whole conversation with Vince Carter? Shooting stars. Yeah. A one leg dunk. Yeah. Yeah, I just saw that the next one. I didn't actually see it either. Yeah, I mean, it was all right. I feel like people tried. Um I feel like Dame really kind of saved the day though. He kind of saved the night. You know what I mean? I feel like Dame coming out of nowhere just to really Book. Yeah, let me see what Book did. Let's watch Book real fast. Do you know if Book has ever won a 3-point shootout before? The last three, he won in 2018. 2018. Nice. Dang, 2018 is such a long time ago. It's crazy. He was a young buck back then. It's so crazy. Like, dude's been in the league for like what? He's what, 29 now? So it's what, like year 11 maybe? Yeah, you're right. It's true. Like, man, thinking back, like, dude's been in the league for that long. It's so crazy. He's a straight up vet. But yeah, I think he's been. I shout out to in 2017. Yeah, so yeah. Well, you're still a young buck, but the yeah, it was these last three. What? So Dame had 30 in the final round. That's crazy. Uh, yeah. It's just 2017. Yeah, the league has changed so much in the past. I would say 10 years. Because I feel like even back then in like 2016, 2017, a lot of people felt like it wasn't as physical. It wasn't enough D. Like I remember hearing that in like 2004. You know what I mean? And if you go back and look at 2004, the physicality was a lot more. But I but I think it's changed in other ways too. Like there's a lot more 3-point shooting. Yo, I remember Kobe too. I remember rookie year. Yo, Dame is a dog. Dame is a dog. Shout out to listen. I remember Dame. I remember Dame when he was back in college. Like he was vlogging before vlogging was even really a thing. I remember him back at Weber State. This dude was vlogging. Nobody was really doing that in like 2013. You know what I mean? 2012 and all that. But yeah, I remember Kobe too, man. Like I remember young Kobe. You remember like the '98 All Star game? Oh yeah, that Steph Curry movie. Have you heard any reviews on it? I haven't heard any real reviews on it. I imagine it's probably gonna be pretty decent though. But shout out to Keyshawn. I haven't heard any reviews. The plot seems predictable to me. Yeah, you just you haven't get consciousness in '98. Yeah, you're probably still young. In '98, I was probably in like elementary school or something. So I definitely I remember all that. I remember when he was going back at Jordan. Yeah, Dame's rookie year. Ooh, I'm trying to even think when Dame came in the league. Dame, I would say 13 maybe. Uh, Jordan's last year. Okay, so that was what 2002, I think. I think Jordan's last year with Washington, right? 2013, 2012. Yeah, it was one of those. 2012, 2013 was when he came in. Somewhere around that time. 2012. Yeah. Yeah, that was the totally different era. I feel like it was like the Steph Curry model that put Dame in position. Because like before that, like if you weren't killing, if you weren't like successful in the NCAA tournament, like you weren't really getting drafted that high. And Dame didn't do that much in college in terms of like the tournament or anything, and he was still like I think he was number 3 pick. He played in the summer league like a few games. He fried, and that was it. And then they shut him down. They were like, okay, this guy's gonna dominate, and he was great after that. Yeah, man, Dame wasn't like super highly recruited, but like I also think like that it's tough when you're like a California kid. You know what I mean? A lot of these California kids, there's only so many spots to go around. You know what I mean? Like look at Paul George. Paul George wasn't highly recruited. Uh, who's another one? Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly recruited. You know, Klay Thompson wasn't that highly recruited. A lot of these California kids are not that highly recruited, so it's a little bit it's a little tough when you come out of California. There's just too many good players, and not everybody could go to like some big time school. But yeah, I Curry was a little bit different. I remember Curry in high school. He was good, but he was also a different era. Like he was short, and he was more of a two guard. Like in high school, Steph was a two guard, and he wasn't that athletic, and he also didn't play a lot of AAU. So I feel like when you don't play AAU, like the rankings don't really show you love. But yeah, no, good point though. Good point that Dame and those guys were. He gave every dunk a 48. Oh shit. But you think that's better for him to like give the higher scores, or is better for like the Dwayne Wade style where he gives people too low scores? Not, neither one. Neither one's good. Um, yeah, I imagine y'all probably gonna pop off, but I guess my last thing is what do y'all think? What are y'all thinking about tomorrow? You guys have hope for tomorrow's game, or you think it's gonna be a little letdown? Oh yeah, Aaron Gordon. Yeah, Aaron Gordon. Like he definitely should have a dunk contest dub. Like he should have got one. They should have just gave him one out of respect. I don't. Who won it? You don't like the tournament format? Yeah, they'll probably be messing around tomorrow. Those two dudes. Yeah, they'll probably just be joking around tomorrow. Yeah, J-Pop is the same way. He doesn't like that tournament format. He'd rather see like a just a 48-minute straight game. I think I think if they had like everybody playing, I think it would have been fairly close. Like you know what I mean? If you had like all the best players playing, because I feel like the international dudes have caught up. I feel like they've definitely caught up. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, they barely get warmed up, right? Yeah. I think the whole point like is like I think kind of like the this is just me thinking, like I honestly don't know. But I think the point is like if you make it short, there's no time for you to like chill and delay. You know what I mean? Because I remember I mean, you guys are a little bit younger, but I remember like the earlier, like let's say go back to like earlier 2000s All Star games. People will wait till the second half and then they'll start playing defense and start playing hard. But I guess they want to eliminate waiting till the second half, so they want everybody going hard as soon as they step on the court. I feel like they went decently hard in the rookie sophomore game, the Rising Stars Challenge. I feel like they did pretty well. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. Like the you could make a strong argument for the best players being all international because I was they showed the stat the last American to win MVP was James Harden in 2018. So if you're looking at it, the game is super international. The game is super international, but I feel like with these young bucks coming up with Darren Peterson and Cooper Flag and Conka Nipple and AJ DeBonsa, I feel like they'll bring some of the Americans back. And if they can't bring it back, then there's a big problem. Top 5 players, Jokic. That's it. Rising stars is always good. Yeah, you mess with the right. Yeah, I feel like that was a decent like pickup that they added to the league. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see the final. She beat Paige Beckers, right? Yeah, Chelsea Gray got that like she got that veteran game. She like thinks and she kind of like uses like her like frame. Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw some of the which game did I see? I saw Enrique beat I can't remember who she beat, but I saw that she won. I saw that game. It was short though. She just like she just went off and that was it. And then I saw a little bit of the Paige Beckers versus Kate Kate Martin, a little bit of that. But like you were saying though, Cooper Flag, yeah, Cooper Flag is good, man. Cooper Flag is good. I mean, I feel like that archetype is like the one that they like. You know, that 6'8", 6'9", T Mac, Paul George, like everybody who's like a wing like that, athletic, could play on both sides of the floor, can handle a little bit. I feel like that's the archetype. And I also feel like people are gonna keep trying to find like the new Wemby. Like if you could keep finding like these 7'3" dudes, 7'5" that can handle, shoot. Like if you can keep finding guys like that, it'll be interesting. My main thing with Wemby is though is can he stay healthy? You know what I mean? Like we've seen dudes that were tall like that, but can you stay healthy? Yeah, my thing with I feel like the league wants Cooper Flag to be successful. I think he will be successful, but my main thing is like if he's gonna carry the league, if Wemby's gonna carry the league, it's gonna come down for me. In my head, it's gonna come down to how many titles can they win. You know what I mean? Because Steph Curry, all those guys who carried this generation, they won multiple titles. And even if you go back to Larry Bird, Mike, Kareem, all those guys, they won multiple titles. So Cooper Flag, like even if he leads the league in score, like all these guys are really good. Even Jokic, as great as he is, he only has one title. Giannis only has one title. And I feel like if you're going to be in that category where you carry the league, unfortunately, you got to get a few. I feel like unfortunately, you got to get a few. I mean, to be honest, there's a few though, because Conka Nipple's right there. I feel like All Star MVP. Man, I mean, I won't be surprised if Kevin Durant does some work. I won't be surprised if Kevin Durant does some work. Uh, Reed Shepard, you know what I'm saying? Reed Shepard's another one. Um, Obviously Jokic, but you're saying more like American, right? You're saying like American dude or like non. You got oh yeah, that's actually a good point though. That's actually a good point. You think he might want to go out? Yeah, I think this is last year. You think it's the end for him? Yeah. I imagine if you're like, yeah, I imagine he's not counting. You're not counting like the European dudes, right? You're counting like American or Canadian kind of dudes. Because I mean, even Jokic, I think Jokic is the greatest out of all of them. I think Jokic is the best player in the world. Yeah, so you think he's gonna try and maybe come back one more time, one more year? Yeah, Jokic. Yeah, I think Jokic is the greatest. I mean, I mean, him and Dirk. Honestly, I think Jokic is the greatest European player ever. Steve Nash, the best point guard out of Africa. Yeah, I think you're right on that one. I hope he makes it to the league, man. I hope he makes it to the league. I think it's a little bit tricky though, because like I'm not sure if any. I hope he makes it to the league. I'll say that, because if I say anything weird, maybe in the future somebody will clip this and they'll come for me on the internet. Yeah, yeah. I gotta go Jokic. I gotta go Jokic. I gotta go Jokic as the greatest. I gotta go Jokic as the greatest. Dude, yeah, I gotta go Jokic as the greatest. But I always say I feel like Sabonis's dad. If Sabonis's dad had come to the NBA in his prime, I feel like Sabonis, the pops, would be in that. He'd be in that conversation. I feel like he'd be in that Olajuwon. You know, I think he'd be probably a top 10 all time player. But nah. What did he do? He was doing like his old school songs. Yeah, Arvidas was the he was the Jokic of the '80s, bro. And I feel like I want to make a video on that. Arvidas Sabonis was the Jokic of the '80s, and Ralph Sampson was the Wemby of the of the, Wemby of the '80s. I feel like those two dudes were like they were the same thing before because Sabonis could pass. Yeah, he brought back that old school, that like early 2000s kind of Sam Bowie. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, unfortunately, the injuries got that dude. Unfortunately, I can't really say too. Yeah, I don't even. Is James Wiseman in the league right now? I don't even know if James Wiseman is in the league. To be honest with you, but yeah, I mean that's a good one too. I was thinking about him not too long. Oscar. Yeah, I mean he could have been really good too. That's a good blast from the past. I think he's in the Hall of Fame though, right? Oh, you think James Wiseman was with Detroit? Okay. I hope so. I hope so. He seems like a nice kid, like a decent dude. Yeah, I feel like Oscar is in the Hall of Fame. I feel like some of these dudes, man, they don't get their credit. Like they don't get their credit. A lot of these international dudes, man, they were killing on the FIFA on the FIBA circuit. A few of those dudes, even like Tony Kukoc and all that. Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, yeah. I feel like D Rose is one of those like sad cases. You know what I mean? It's a little tough. Like I feel like we were able to see a little bit more of Penny Hardaway. We were able to see a little bit more of Grant Hill, but D Rose got cut off a little short. You know what I mean? Because he really only had a prime. He really only had a prime of like 3 years, right? Like really 2 years. He had like a 2 year prime, and that was kind of it. You know, it's unfortunate, but man, it's tough. I think, but impact wise, I think he should still get in the Hall of Fame. Just impact, like that dude is like an international legend. Mitch Richmond, yeah, I know that would have been sick. Prime Warriors versus a healthy D Rose. Prime. I mean, like imagine what he would have been doing against the Miami Heat. Like he would have been giving those guys problems. I mean, I don't know if those Indiana Pacers teams with Paul George. I don't think they. I think they would have probably they could have beat those teams if they had a healthy D Rose. Honestly, like D Rose, it would have been interesting to see where he would have ranked all time. You think the Warriors would sweep? The Warriors, the Warriors without Kevin Durant though. Top 20 all time. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna. I can't. I can't lie. Imagine if he had developed a jump shot too. If he like really got the jump shot going. Yeah, nobody's beating the Warriors with KD, right? But yeah, Warriors with KD was impossible. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I even think like I know people want to say, yeah, this team, that team might be able to do it. I just don't know if any team could beat that team. I think that team was a little too loaded because they were the best team in history without him, and then you add him, it's just kind of and not real. Yeah, Raymond Felton. Dang, that's kind of an old school. That's an old school name. Yeah, back when he was I'm pretty sure Raymond Felton from South Carolina. I think he was athletic though. Raymond Felton was really athletic back then. He was really fast. Dang, that's a blast from the past. Yeah, Felton, right? Yeah, dude was really fast. Bro was really fast. Like in college. I know. He has that podcast to the Baja. Him, Charlie Villanueva. Yeah, that's a black. Yo, J Pop for a young kid, bro. This dude has his. He knows a lot of these old school things, bro. This dude brought up Oscar Schmidt. Yo, that's Gennaro Fargo. What about his brother Jeremy Fargo? Gennaro Fargo. That's a good one. Nah, that was definitely a different era. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the game tomorrow, but I hope the best though. I hope the best. Uh, we'll see, man. We'll see. I appreciate y'all, man. Um, stay blessed. God bless in Jesus' name, brother. Um, yeah, I don't want to keep y'all too long. Y'all take care. Good night, everybody. God bless. God bless. God bless in Jesus' name. Appreciate everybody who hopped on. Yoda, J Pop, Christopher, and everybody. Y'all stay blessed. And God willing, I'll come back tomorrow.